A botched primary election and then the Texas Rangers raiding her office with search warrants. It's fair to say it's been a pretty difficult month for Harris County Judge Lina Hidalgo.
And now Hidalgo's campaign challengers are doing their best to capitalize on this scandal. Fox 26 political reporter Greg Groogan is here live with more. Greg.
Yeah, John and Rashi, what is clearly a crisis for Judge Lina Hidalgo is just as clearly an opportunity for her political opponents. I spoke with one who's working very hard to make sure voters are paying attention.
And I'm afraid, as much as I would like to, I can't get into how, and eventually all of the facts will be public.
With Harris County's current leader contending with an integrity crisis born of alleged corruption, those seeking to replace her via the ballot box are making the case for change. Based upon what you see there, do you see indictable offenses?
Absolutely. It's hard to not see that at least somebody's going to jail, and clearly the Texas Rangers thought so too.
Aside from the COVID communication bid rigging scandal, top Republican vote getter Alexandra Del Moral Mealer believes residents should reject County Judge Lina Hidalgo because the incumbent hasn't delivered fundamental public safety amid an ongoing violent crime wave.
So we seem to always have money for what I would call these social priorities. We doubled our public defender's budget, but we just had our Democrat DA begging for $6 million. So when you have a budget over $3 billion and you can't find $6 million for law and order when we now lead the nation in homicides, that's not a revenue problem, that's a problem with your priorities. What I'm so scared about is that in mass, our law enforcement's going to walk out. And I think that's a real possibility if we put another 4 years of this kind of government.
A combat-tested bomb disposal expert with degrees from West Point and Harvard, Del Moral Mealer contends the badly bungled March 1st primary election provided additional proof of what she calls faulty leadership.
Right, and that's placing partisan preferences over competency. So our election administrator is a great example. It wasn't just that they picked an appointed official and took it away from elected officials. It was that they chose someone who had never run an election before, right? What was the competency? What was the skill set? It was political connections. And that's why we were the only county out of 254 that failed to deliver votes in 24 hours, something that we'd done since the 1960s.
Of course, Judge Hidalgo says the bid rigging allegations are unwarranted, county law enforcement is adequately funded, and the election management issues are correctable. In the meantime, Del Moral Mealer is set to square off against fellow Republican Vidal Martinez in the May 24th runoff, with the winner advancing to face Hidalgo in the fall midterm election. In the newsroom, Greg Groogan, Fox 26 News.